You had 103 catches last year after 7 the year before. Obviously, you're a year older. You had more practice reps. But what was the difference? I mean, people make a jump, but that's over 90.
Yeah, I think it had a lot to do with the offense they put in. Slots to get the ball almost. We're looking to get the slots the ball every play, and I just got a lot of opportunities to just catch the ball. And I caught it.
Your 103 catches were second on the team behind Jeremy Johnson's 112, also second in school history.
Yeah.
Do you want to break that record? Are those kind of numbers important to you?
Somewhat in the back of my mind, I want to say, I want to leave a mark here, any way I can. If, a catching record, that would be awesome. But at the end of the day, I want to just be productive on the field. If it takes, breaking the record, be productive, I'll take it.
Obviously, you benefited last year from the fact that Jeremy is out there with 100 catches and Keenan Holman had a great year as well. So defenses had to spread their attention around.
Yes.
How does that change your approach to this season, knowing that you're the first name they're going to look at when they're preparing to defend against this offense?
I just got to work a lot harder, getting open, just focus on, a lot of things I didn't have to last year because, a lot of the holes were wide open because they had to, spread the defense around. But now, if they do lock in on me, I just got to work on a lot of techniques, and we work on that regardless. So, it's nothing new.
You and Derek Thompson are now, I guess, the elder statesmen of the group, or the proven commodities. Some people like to be sort of the complimentary piece, and some people like to be the marked man.
Yeah.
In terms of your personality, do you like being the center of defensive attention?
Nah. As far as that goes, if they're paying a lot of attention to me, that means I'm doing something good. So, yeah, I guess with saying that means, that's a good idea. But half the time, the quarterback, we like to think is, him being the man. They got a game plan for how well they play. Because last year being a dual threat quarterback, we got a couple of quarterbacks here that can, run the ball and throw the ball pretty well. So I think they're going to take a lot of attention off of us, especially, and Kevin Pope, too, the running back.
A lot of your passes last year obviously came from Garrett Gilbert before he got hurt at South Florida. When he goes down, Neal Burcham comes in. What do you remember about that game when Neal came into the huddle? What was he like when he first came on the field?
Neal has a personality that he doesn't get shaken easily. A lot of things that people seen last year was just a product of him just stepping into a role that that was taken over. I mean that G had for 2 years, and it seemed like Garrett was indestructible, but no one thought he was going to get hurt. So Neal was kind of shocked when he had to go in, but he handled it cool. He didn't really show that he was a rookie. He threw that bomb 4th and inches. Derek Thompson. And that went over well with me. I got a great feeling about what I got to look forward to next year. So yeah.
As a receiver, is there a big difference in terms of the way the ball comes out of their hand or the way their cadence at the line of scrimmage? How does it affect you as a receiver when you change from one quarterback to another?
It's not really anything. We catch a million balls in practice by, from all the quarterbacks. You seen we did routes on there for like an hour and a half today, and I caught a ball from, just about, how many quarterbacks we had. Caught about 2 or 3 from each of them. It's really not a difference. I'm a receiver. I catch the ball, it's thrown to me.
June Jones obviously is known as a coach who likes to have the ball in the air as much as possible during the game. But you're going to have either a quarterback with 2 games of experience or none. So you're basically playing with a new quarterback, a couple of new offensive linemen, a couple of new starting receivers. At the beginning of the year, could you see this offense relying more on the run than usual?
We'll see. It's hard to tell right now because third day of camp. It's hard to tell, where we're headed. But Coach Jones does, he does want to get back to, what got us, to the Hawaii Bowl and all those different bowls, just throwing the ball, stretching the ball deep. So hopefully, receivers do our part, and Coach Jones have confidence in us where we don't have to run the ball 20, 30 times a game. We can, spread it out like, he wants to.
Like you said, you're only a couple of practices into camp, but you did do the voluntary workouts over the summer and the 7-on-7. You have a little scouting report on Matt Davis. What do you see as the strengths of his game?
He's very intelligent. He has a lot of confidence in himself. He carries himself well. When he's out there, he only knew about 2 or 3 plays in the summer, but every time we did 7-on-7, drove the field, scoring touchdowns. He barely knows the playbook. Has quarterbacks whispering here like, you need to make this read, and he just picked it up quickly, scoring drives just about every time he had the ball.
In the spring, we talked to Coach Jones and Coach Phillips, and one guy they kept mentioning as someone with a bright future was Cedric Lancaster, who played all of 1 game before he got hurt last year.
Yeah.
What does he do well? What's the strengths of his game?
The guy can just flat out play. Before this, he didn't really play receiver in high school, but you can see he catches the ball. It looks so natural. He just picks up everything pretty quickly. I have full confidence in him that he can step into a role and be, a big factor that's coming up here.
And again, it is early, but you do have a bunch of new guys, a bunch of freshmen. Chris Hips transferred in, and you did do all the 7-on-7s again over the summer. Any of these young guys starting to separate from the others in your mind, or being particularly impressive to you?
It's hard to tell because, I'm in the slot, so it's hard to tell as far as the outside guys that are new. But Shelby Walker's my roommate, in the hotel, and he's just an awesome kid. I have full confidence that he can go out and play this coming up season. I think we're going to be pretty deep this year. And I don't really see him separating, but I see all of them improving, daily. And Shelby is going to be a great player.
With you and the other veteran receivers sort of taking on a teaching role and helping the young guys get acclimated and start to learn the offense, does that help your game if you have to teach someone else?
Yeah, it definitely does. Hearing myself say it and it's the repetition, the father learning. So the more I say it, the more I get it. And, he has confidence in me. He can come to me with any questions. The more questions I answer, the more it sticks, in my head.